Hey, welcome back to Loot Diary Pete, and we appreciate you being here. We had a little bit of choppy internet issue, and thankfully I think we got that fixed. So, as I was saying, we are so thankful that you are here with us every week, and that we get to share our story with you. You can affect the story through the bits that you can cheer, exclamation point rewards to see all those, and we would love if you would get on the other social media we have going on, and we have a Instagram, we have a Twitter, we have a YouTube channel. You can jump on the YouTube channel and see all of our past episodes. And as a way of saying thank you, we got these giveaways going on, and I think we got the 3 subscribers already for the new subscribers for tonight. So we're going to give away. We're going to give away that flying ray and the two little medium figures there, the gnome dude and the fiend, as well as those orange dice. So thank you guys for that, and we are just really appreciative of you being here. And if we get lots of new subs tonight, then maybe we'll even give away that giant dragon. Every 50 new subs, we will give away that guy. So a new dragon. We have a whole bunch of them to give away. Hopefully we can give them all away. All right. Well, enough with the pre-game chatter. Why don't we do a little recap of what has gone before? So our adventurers, the Shades, have arrived in the port city of Serloon in the small trade confederation known as Sembia. And they are seeking out rumors and investigating the strange happenings that have been going on in this city, which are somehow connected to a massive magical storm which has erupted in the northwest above the desert. And they are seeking to do whatever they can to stop this storm from spreading. And so as they look for leads in this city of Serloon and have arrived there at the bequest of Vajra Safar, their patron from Waterdeep, one of their members, actually 3 of the members, were kidnapped. Morthos, JB, and Killian. In the most recent episodes, Morthos was able to escape and lead the party back to the hideout in the sewers where they found the magical kidnappers and were able to save JB. JB was able to notice that the leaders of this little underground group were members of the criminal syndicate organization known as the Zentarum. And the reason why he knew that they were Zentarum is because he revealed that, in fact, he himself was a member of the Zentarum. He then went on to explain how he, when he arrived here from Ravnica, fell in love and married and had his wife taken from him by the Zentarum and then was blackmailed into complying with their requests. And now that his wife has passed on, he has determined that as part of his penance, so to speak, to make right what he did in the past, he was not only going to seek to stop this storm, but also to inflict as much revenge as possible on the Zentarum. And now, as the party has come together and rested, regrouped, they have sought out some rumors and talked to Captain Curtis, who bid them to find Kelson Mare, a halfling who he told them would be able to help them find what they are looking for. And so, having found some leads on Kelson Mare, the party now, after spending some time in the local bars has returned to the Blue Cow. They're in. It's about 10 o'clock at night, and it's up to you guys whether you want to debrief on the previous evening's happenings now or get a night's rest and do so in the morning. But, Shades, the floor is yours.
How about that hair of the DM?
Relevant.
It is. When it looks that good.
It simply must be discussed.
It must.
Oh, man.
So we're back at the Blue Cow.
Back of the Blue Cow.
So I talked to the bartender, and they gave me quite a bit of information that we could follow up on. Also kind of pointed us in the right direction of where Kelson might be. But do you think it's safe to talk down here? I mean, it's just Jack.
Jack is in bed. He is...
Metaphorically speaking.
He is nowhere around, and in fact, not seeing Jack, Ray kind of has a slump to her shoulders, and she's kind of sitting at a table, whittling away at a piece of wood that she's been working on, and then she kind of, I'm going to bed, guys, and kind of stomps upstairs and just goes to bed.
It's about right. Yep.
What time is it?
It's about
10.
It's about 10 at night. Syl, the tavern owner, is at the bar, and he's willing to serve you drinks if you care to have any, but you can see he's kind of shut things down mostly for the night, and just the couple of patrons that are there he's tending to. This is more of an inn than a tavern, so he doesn't have nearly as much of a selection as commoners where you just were, for example.
Hey, Syl.
Yeah.
What do you know about the Noble District?
The Noble, well, it's like it sounds. You got all of the hoity-toity folks up there.
Are they kind to interlopers coming in?
Antelopes?
Yes.
I haven't seen any antelopes up there, but if you mean the common folk...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we all have a pretty good relationship. There's no, like, bad blood between anybody. I mean, there's a heavier guard presence up there. That's where the watchmen have their guardhouse, but, you know... Listen, the entire town, as long as trade is moving, everyone's happy.
All right.
But there's always seedy stuff going on, whether it's in the Noble District or with the rest of us.
He looks over his shoulder.
What do you know about Lady Ray?
You looking for a good time?
Oh, no, not me. Just, you know, hypothetically speaking, of course.
For a friend, right?
Yeah, maybe two. I don't know.
Look at you, kinky cat. Okay. So, I mean...
I think I feel a hairball coming on.
It's not a hairball.
Amen.
You're awful.
Carry on.
That was a funny joke right there. All right. Listen. She's the madam of her house. And you can go up there and, you know, find a good time, if that's what you're looking for, to scratch some of those more carnal itches. You know what I'm saying?
Leans over and scratches the back of his neck.
There we go. You don't need her.
And Bart starts to purr. Catches himself. That's enough. Yep, stop. I'm going to go to bed.
We're the worst adventurers.
I think this is a good idea. We have lots of information to think about and should make a decision first thing in the morning of where we will head next.
Technically, by way of order,
haven't
Oliver
told him
hasn't
yet.
shared anything with any of you.
Oh, I guess. I thought we were all there. No?
He went off to speak to Trock by himself.
If you'd like to follow me upstairs
All right.
into our penthouse, maybe I could tell you a little bit about Lady Ray.
All of you are going to go see Lady Ray after you go to the penthouse? I'll make sure Jack cleans the room in the morning. Good night, guys.
I don't know this Lady Ray.
Me neither. I really don't. Are we upstairs yet?
I'll follow you upstairs.
You've made your way
June
upstairs.
is following.
I really have no intention of meeting her whatsoever. Unless we have to. She's kind of the woman of the night in the Noble District. And I learned from the barkeep.
A woman of the night, is that someone trained in assassin arts?
It's a vampire, lady.
Those are both incorrect.
I have read of vampires, and they are of the night.
That's true.
And if there is one of the female persuasion, she is a lady of the night.
Ooh, I've heard of vampires, and they are so dangerous. I've heard stories from my grandpa, uncle, which one was it? Jonah.
Hey, why do you sound like
I
that?
think it was Moshi. Anyway, he is just so against anything evil like that. And he said, you stay away. You don't go near that.
Who's got
And
the stick?
I found them extremely interesting.
You're both being a little too literal. She's a hooker.
She's a fisherwoman?
Oh.
She's a whore. WHORE.
That's not very nice.
whore.
Yeah.
oh,
You
I
like-
think I know it. And she starts to blush a little bit.
Yeah, you exchange money for
I
favors.
know what that is.
Okay. Well, what about Killian? How are we going to find him?
So I think our best bet is Kelson. Kelson lives next to the most prominent lady of the night in the Noba district. And he should have been at Commoners, but he wasn't. Does anyone find that interesting?
That's all the evidence we have linking them together?
Well, that and we found another
their
halfling with his
neighbors?
throat slit that looked a little bit like Killian from a distance. And now another one that looks a little bit like Killian is now missing. And also Killian's missing.
But the only thing that connects them is that she's his neighbor.
Also, she has information, I'm sure. I'm sure she has a revolving door if you get my drift.
There has to be something else that she shared with you. You were gone quite a while. Or did you already meet with Lady Ray?
No. Lana Del Vice runs Commoner.
That was a joke if none of you got that.
Oh, no, I got it. It just wasn't very funny.
I'm trying here. I've been trying since I met up with you guys. It just has not worked.
Very funny.
Yeah, she actually told me about quite a bit. It was Cliff was there. He has lots of stories. Old elf. There were magic users talking about old magic in a temple or something. A
That's
maestro.
where we're going. We've decided it. I'll see you guys in the morning.
I am fond of temples.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
what does that have to do with Killian?
Probably nothing, but who knows?
Okay, we'll stop there later.
There was some political drama. Who cares about that? There's a dragon in the forest, but no, I don't want to do that at all. No.
That doesn't sound
Did
wise.
you say a dragon?
Some flying creature that's devouring beasts and humans alike. Could be anything, really.
I could use some dragon's blood.
Big bird. Could be a big bird. Maybe like a tiger.
All right. What else you got?
Flying tiger.
There's a dark house.
Dock house? Where
dock.
does docking occur?
No,
there?
like D-A-R-K. Dark.
Dark house.
Like daughter.
So women of the night and dark houses.
Yes, but there's also a lighthouse and not the one that we pulled in on.
What is the dark house?
Apparently it's the opposite of the lighthouse, and the lighthouse is for Autolux. I don't know who they are.
Is its goal to crash ships?
No. It sounds like it's for people. You know?
That was right there.
Is there anything more about these?
What? The lighthouses or the dark houses?
Both. They're very vague names.
I don't know. It's probably a moniker for something
going
else.
to the dark house.
I don't know. I'm just telling you what she told
What
me.
would be there
Probably bad things.
besides darkness?
I mean, they're devoted to Shah. Anyone know about them?
Roll a religion check, June.
I gotta figure out what my stat is for that.
It's religion.
+0 for religion. That's funny.
Roll well.
That is a natural 11.
You know that Shar is a dark goddess who is particularly revered by assassins and those who dabble in using poisons and using alchemical means to kind of do different magics and things of this nature.
Did you say Shar?
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, yeah.
I learned that name at the temple. Shar is a goddess that is often revered by assassins and those who have a
Oh, we shouldn't go there then.
taste for poisons and the like, which I myself am partial to, and I have to say my stock is getting rather low, though not from use. Anyway, maybe we should...
What, your stock of what? Poison?
Oh, no, So I liked to cook at the temple.
You poison people at the temple?
Hold on. Do not rush ahead of the river before the path has run.
Oh, that's wise.
It's like Killian is still here with us.
I just totally forgot what I was going to say, because June is trying to think of something wise to say and has nothing. It just comes up empty. So Shar, anyway, those who revere assassins, the work of the night, of the other night that's not the fun night you seem to be familiar with.
Not at all. Just know about it.
Or know about, well, she's usually the patron goddess for those folk. But if, like you said, and if it's true, the cult at this temple might have poisons and alchemical ingredients, we do have some gold. Might be worth shopping.
I see Morthos. Do you happen to know if Mother Brain Speaker has mentioned how long we are to stay here? For it seems there may be a few tasks post saving Killian that we could accomplish, namely the magical location, the dragon as well, perhaps.
There's a lot of stuff going on here. More than meets the eye.
The last instruction I believe we received was to basically chase down the threads that we find. I think there are many here for us to chase down until we hear otherwise. I think that we just continue to chase the threads that are in front of us.
I agree. Personally, I wouldn't really want to follow a thread that leads to a dragon.
Somehow they are probably connected. But hey, don't fear about the dragon. I took down many dragons.
Have you ever punched a dragon? That's what I got. I got punches and I have kicks, and I have practiced neither against a dragon. So if we could maybe get...
What better time to start than with a real dragon?
June is like...
I once knew someone who actually rode a dragon. It was quite magnificent.
I don't buy it.
That seems like a legend.
So...
Actually, I kind of want to hear that story. That sounds like a really... Ollie, you're interested in stories. How could you not want to hear that story? I want to hear that story.
You're right. I don't buy it, but you're right.
I honestly don't remember it.
What a letdown.
Dashing my hopes.
Yes.
Going back to bed.
What a
It might have
tease
been
over there.
Maybe a dream. Maybe it wasn't reality. I don't remember.
So anyway, back to Killian, who's most definitely not with us and abducted. What are we going to do?
He is the priority.
I agree, but...
Over temples.
It looks like we're going to have to pull one of these threads of yarn in order to find him. I vote for following the halfling trail.
Well, that is also what the captain told us to find them as well.
Did he?
Yes.
Captain Curtis?
Captain Curtis said
he's a good
that's who we
captain.
should find.
One day I'll be a captain like him.
Who should we find?
The gentleman, the other halfling, what's his name?
Kelson.
Kelson Mare.
Kelson Mare, that was his name.
All roads lead there.
Well, we know he's in the Noble District, and we know he lives next to Lady Ray's.
Well, that's more than what we've got on any other lead, so... Seems like we know what we're doing.
Let's get a good rest and then go there in the morning.
Well, yeah.
Is the woman of the night awake in the morning?
Probably not.
Then we go now.
Well,
Counter-offer.
will she be busy in the night?
I don't know. I've never
She's
frequented.
about to be.
She's at work.
The counter offer could be we rest up we go there in the morning, kind of look like touristy, like, hey, look at that decor of that house. Snap a picture, come back, kind of scope it out, and then go back tomorrow night.
Whose
Afterwards.
house? Whose house are you talking about?
Well, if Kelson Mare lives near the lady of the night, maybe we go in the morning, see if there's any weirdness.
I think we just go there and ask for his house.
I
We
agree.
know it is in the area, and go knock on his door.
Sure. I think it looks a little bit weirder if we go at 10 at night and start
I
asking
agree.
around.
It should be in the morning.
Yeah. And if we get some pushback, maybe we go back tomorrow night.
That sounds like
Under
a plan.
the cover of darkness.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless it's like a solar eclipse or something in the afternoon. But, yep.
What are the chances of that?
I don't know.
I'm going to go over to where Ray is kind of pouting a little bit, still from Jack, and I'm just going to watch what she's doing with her hands and with the carving. And just not say anything, but just watching her carve and very curious.
You see her carving it. It's the early stages. It doesn't quite look like anything definite or specific, but it does look like she's carving another animal of some sort. And she looks at you and she says, "Oh, hey June, what's up?"
And June is like very clearly trying not to smile, but I can't help it. And I'm gonna say, "Who taught you how to carve?"
"Oh, well, this was something that my mom, she would do as part of her divining, and she would carve little things that she would just have these visions, and so she'd make all kinds of cool stuff. She's so cool. I just want to be like her one day, but maybe one day I'll be able to divine like her. But I was thinking, that sweet boat that Rubius brought back? And all the animals that were on that, I thought I could maybe carve some new ones and like add them to the boat, and like continue to add to the collection. I thought that would just be neat."
That does seem like a neat idea. What animals were you thinking?
"Well, I saw that there was a giraffe, and I saw that there were elephants, and there were some zebras, and I thought, well, all of those things are like super exotic. So like, I'm just working on a little pig."
A pig? Interesting. I was often very not busy at the temple, and I would take up hobbies of my own to pass the time, and I got a little bit into gathering loose scraps of parchment and sweeping up charcoal, and thought that I could start drawing and assembling visual
You
guides
draw
for our
stuff?
scrolls.
Oh,
Well, I'm not very-
I want to see.
I'm
I want
not-
to see. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see.
Couldn't keep that up,
I
huh?
can't channel the energy.
I need this Red Bull. And I'm going to go, well, I don't want to. Well, all right. And I'm just going to pull out a sketchbook.
This is
From my
so good. This is you right here. Wow, that's so. Hey, wait, why are there like?
Is she loud, Ray?
She's excitedly loud. Yeah. Why are there like scales on your arms?
Well,
In this one here, I don't really see your arms. Your arms are covered right now, but this one with your sleeves off, it's kind of interesting. Anyway, you are so good at drawing. Can you draw me? I want you to draw me. Can you draw me?
Can you hold still? You have to hold still when you're drawing.
French girls.
Saw that line
All right,
coming.
don't move, and you have to be very quiet, because if your lips are moving, I can't draw your face.
Did you say face?
I try not to enunciate like that, but yes, that's the general gist.
What's going on? Oh, that's a pretty good drawing.
Thank you.
Rubius is asleep.
You've been asleep. Does Ray pass out in 10 seconds from being still?
She hasn't been breathing.
Her face, which is normally a grayish color, after some time begins to turn her lips bluish and purplish.
Ray, breathe. Breathe. You can breathe, it's alright. I'm going to push on her solar plexus. Not that
Oh, did
still.
I ruin the picture?
No, it's not ruined.
I
It's
ruined.
not. Shh, Ray, people are sleeping. No, breathe.
Racket.
Shh, everyone else is sleeping. You can breathe, but you just have to be very quiet.
I'm saying yes with my eyes.
Perfect, just like that. move. You can close your eyes, too. Okay. And then I'm literally just not going to draw her and wait till she falls asleep.
Love it.
And she sits there for like a good half an hour before she starts to get a little wobbly. And then you kind of come over and like lay her down and tuck her in, and she just eats it up.
Next morning?
Next morning.
Well, before the next morning. Any chance while visiting the sorry. While visiting the captain of the guard's offices, he had any documents lying around with his signature or handwriting on it?
Well, I think it was Morthos and June that were there, because you were copying your spells.
Well, I was there before.
You
Not
were
this
there
last time.
You were there before. That's correct. Yep. There was nothing there that was out in the open for you to see clearly.
Okay.
Yep.
Good night.
He did write you guys a letter that gave you permission to go and check out the Broken Sea ship.
The writ. Yeah.
So you do have that, which is from him.
Did it have his signature on it?
It did.
Perfect.
Can I see that letter very quickly? I'm asking this to whoever has it. I forget who has it in their possession.
Probably Killian.
Probably Killian.
Oh, really?
Actually, I do think he had it, yeah.
I was thinking, I mean, if we don't find this Kelson at his house, and I'm speaking quietly because Ray is sleeping, and I don't want to wake her again. If he is not at his house and we need to get in there to find clues, it would have been nice to have a document we could have subtly changed to grant us permission to investigate a house, but...
Well, I'll remember that document word for word, letter by letter, handwrit by handwrit.
That is a keen mind.
I'm pretty good at, forging stuff. But
I just think that
also
would be
have
something.
spells that could do that, so that is why I was asking also.
Like an illusory script or something?
Correct.
Off the top of my head. Just guessed.
What would you like it to say, darling?
Well, I was just thinking, if we could keep it as close to the language of the original letter as possible, but only change it so that the destination was Kelson's house, it might be worth having something official if people ask why we're lockpicking in a residential district.
Yeah, that is perfect. I will designate the captain as well as the rest of us to see what I've actually written on here, which is the word onomatopoeia. If you've never heard of that word, it's a good word.
Onomatopoeia what?
But on top of that, everyone else will be seeing that script that you just spoke about.
I must say something. You guys are truly amazing. Because for some reason, I just get this funny feeling that the party of the past would have just kicked down the damn door and just barged their way in without any thought. This is quite ingenious.
Well, I certainly doubt they had any kind of intellect that we currently have in this part.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Right.
Rubius is looking again through his binoculars the wrong side through the window.
Oh, yes.
The birds are elusive today.
Some monks spend their entire lives sitting in the worst prisons in the world meditating on the facts between crime and order, and I don't want to be one of them, so if we could just not appear to be breaking the law.
I can't get arrested. My parents would not be happy.
I was wondering where that was going for a while. Okay.
All right.
So you guys leave me alone for like 10 minutes and I'll
I'll say a day.
Well, then I'll go down. I'll buy some breakfast while he does his thing.
So in your 10 minutes, what ritual are you doing?
Illusory script.
Illusory script. And based off of your recollection of the note that Captain Curtis gave you guys, go ahead and just roll an Arcana check to see how convincing you can make that. For my sake, in the event that someone actually
Can I
checks it
have
out.
advantage because I also have forgery as a skill?
Ooh, nice.
You
were born for this.
I built it for this.
Go ahead and roll.
And after this, it's done.
Arcana?
Never got a traffic
Yes,
ticket
Arcana,
once.
please.
Before I do this illusory script spell, I utilize my abilities of exceptional wit and also cast that upon myself.
He's speaking to himself. Nobody's in the room.
I love that, actually. Just like last episode. Compelling. Interesting.
It's a good thing I did. But, 7 plus 9. Oh, 60. 25.
Did you roll the 7 on the d20?
A 9.
A 9 on the d20.
A 9, a 5, a 2, and then plus
Turn
9.
into a 25. All right.
Wow.
You're pretty... Though you have had an easier time with certain documents in the past for the Zentarum, this one, after some concentration, you get to your usual standard and you feel pretty good about it.
I believe this will work.
Again, we're all downstairs eating.
Himself.
Oh,
He's
I don't
brought
care.
it downstairs too.
I don't care.
No, I prefer that he said it to
Talking out
himself.
loud. Talking out loud. Yeah, so you all gather down, you have your breakfast. Syl looks at you, Oliver, because you've been around saying, hey, by the way, that's 2 nights now with breakfast in the penthouse. I mean, are you guys, do you want me to run a tab, or are you just,
Is it continental?
it's 5 gold.
For everyone?
No, total.
Okay.
Total.
Like, so far?
Yeah, so far.
I throw him 5 gold.
Thank you. Was it, I can't remember your name, I'm sorry.
It's Morthos.
Morthos. Thank you, Morthos. All right, I'll make sure Jack cleans up like we talked about. And you guys have a great day going wherever you're going and doing whatever you're doing together as a big...
Rubius under his breath. For 5 gold, he might put some cheese on the eggs.
Is Jack anywhere nearby?
Jack is there helping Dad cook and
Okay.
sweep away. And Ray is there just kind of...
Staring.
Yeah.
Looming and staring.
She's gonna put her hand on Ray's shoulder and just kind of help guide her out of the inn.
She looks at you and kind of has a little sheepish grin and then walks out with you. So you make your way out into the city of Sirloon, and there is a bit of an overcast day. It is not sunshiny, and there is a bit of a mist, almost a drizzle about, and so the weather is maybe in the 60s or so there's a little bit of bite to it. It's not cold, but it's got a little chill. And you guys make your way towards the Noble District.
Mm-hmm.
And you move along, kind of keeping your heads on a swivel, mindful of the fact that when you came by this way last time, you had members of your party kidnapped by the Zentarum. And so you continue on to the Noble District, where you do notice the larger and heavier guard presence. The houses grow larger and well kept. The paint on them is not dilapidated and faded like many of the other towns' dwellings. And there is some larger shops, more elaborate places for merchants and for clothiers and things of this nature, more luxury type of items up here. And you eventually come to the little square that is in front of the watchman's guardhouse. And you, all around the square, which is referred to as the Nobles Square, there are just row homes. And there are some larger buildings. Oliver, you were told that Lady Ray's is up in the Noble District, but you weren't told with any sort of specificity. So you guys know it's around here somewhere, but it's up to you to find now.
Rubius, not knowing what he's doing, sort of just looking at his hand, and there's this glowing orb that's over his hand. And he's just staring at it, and there's a picture in the orb of what the weather's going to be like at night. What does he see?
So he sees flashes of light and heavy rains in the orb.
Looks like rain.
What the hell is that?
I have no idea.
Where did you find it?
Just was in my hand 1 second. How did it get there? It's beautiful.
Bart goes.
It disappears.
Bart comes back, looks at. I don't know what it. No, don't. I didn't give it to him.
Shall we press on?
Bart goes away.
June looks up at the sky with the clouds and she goes, "Really? It's going to rain? Good thing we have a magical spell to show us that. We wouldn't have known."
I was hoping it would clear up. Not looking likely.
All right, so we're in the square, but I don't really know where her house is, so we've probably got to ask around.
Come out now, you little minx. Where are you?
I'm right here.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't go anywhere. I've been following you guys the whole time. Hi.
Oh,
Hey.
different Ray. Yeah, different one. Yeah.
Oh.
Hello, you whore!
No, probably wouldn't lead with it. No.
Where are you?
Nope.
That's what
June slaps
what
a
is that?
hand
No,
over
but-
his mouth.
What does that mean?
It's
Is that not a race?
No, you can't
No,
speak. June has
yeah,
a-
no, not at all. Yeah.
Are there other whores around we can ask?
There are, but I would not call them that yet. No. Nope.
Why should she be ashamed of what she was born as?
Some people make that choice. To be one.
Young man,
I'm 52. At least I think I'm old. I don't Young man.
young man, if you have an idea as to how to find someone, perhaps utilizing a term that is a negative association may not be the wisest choice.
I had no idea what that meant.
Whore is not a race.
No.
What is it?
It means someone who performs activities upon another person for coin in the sexual
Like a
manner.
tattoo artist?
No, sex. All different forms.
June is covering, or doing her best to cover Ray's ears, but Ray's taller than she is.
I
So
assure you I had no
It's like this.
idea.
Get a hold. Oh, I assure you, you do.
Forgive me, Ray. I did not mean it.
are you boys done? All right.
While you're at it, could you please lead the charge in asking around for her, Lady Ray, so you can apologize?
He's walking up to people he meets.
Have you seen Ray?
Please roll an investigation check.
10.
I heard you scream horror.
It takes you about 2 hours
Oh my goodness.
as you go down pretty much every street in the Noble District, and no one really wants to give you any information. In fact, you mostly see guards. It seems that the folks who are walking through there, they're not just like lazing about. They have purpose and they're getting to where they're going, so they don't pay you much attention. However, as you move along, you eventually come upon a 3-storied building with kind of Victorian roof line, different kind of layers of roofs, and different porches that come off of the rooms. Has a wraparound porch on the second floor, and that overhangs to the first floor. And there is a large double door that is painted kind of a chartreuse color, and has in stylized kind of cursive script Lady Ray's kind of dashed across the front of the 2 doors. And the curtains in all of the rooms are drawn closed, and there is mirrors that are set up on the front of the house that reflect to the inside of the house, and you see the silhouettes, one of a man and one of a woman, that are just kind of standing there and kind of they're changing their position at times, essentially showing off the contents of the house to the passers-by.
Rubius looks around at the party. I'm not sure, but I think she might be here. Look at the name.
I think he's right, yeah.
Well, go ahead.
Rubius walks through the door.
What told you to knock?
So as you go through the door, you are immediately greeted by 3 women and 1 man. They are all sitting there kind of comfortably in overstuffed chairs, and they all greet you with a warm smile. No one speaks up. At the end, there's a kind of a hallway entrance with large kind of double-cased stairs that go up to a second floor, and then you see there are just rooms all around the second floor of this large kind of open kind of entryway. And at a ornate, what looks to be a mahogany table with fine gold inlay into the table with leaf inlay, and a stately chair, you see sitting there a grandmotherly woman, kind of hunched over a little bit, with a very neat kind of gray bun that's taut. There's not a hair out of place. Pointy ears. This looks to be an elvish woman who must be very, very old, and has beautiful features, high cheekbones, kind of clean lines. She's just aged. She has kind of seen younger days for certain. She looks at you with a smile, and she takes you in, and she kind of motions you forward, and she says, "Oh, hi, how are ya? What can I do for you today?"
He says, might you be Lady Ray?
"Oh, I am Lady Ray. Are you here to check out some of my wonderful establishment?"
I must tell you, I have heard... I did not picture you sounding like this. I have heard tell of your beauty, but... surely I was mistaken, because you are far more beautiful than I was told.
"Ah, where are ya? Keep speaking into my old ears."
I said... you are quite beautiful, madam! More than I have ever imagined. Can you hear me?
"I heard you that time, yeah."
Let me know if you need me to speak up.
The 4 attendants who are there all kind of are chuckling to themselves. "So, what can I interest you in?"
I hear you are the lady of the night. Is this true?
Smack in the background.
Might you answer questions from us?
"Well, I am the madam of this house of pleasure, if that's what you're referring to."
Indeed.
"Are you here to sample some of my delicacies?"
Like salmon? Salmon bites?
"I do have some pink meat available,
Smell
yes."
like fish.
Thought it smelled fishy in here.
Oh, don't steal my joke and say it louder. You always do that. Oh, you're the worst at the...
I don't know why I'm leading this. Ollie, don't you have questions for her?
"Oh, you brought friends? Is this to be a party then?"
Pushed him in there.
She was having a great time.
Success.
Oh no, I wanted to speak like Stumpy. I lost it.
Okay, June is gonna shoulder to the front, in front of the guys.
We'll talk later.
"Hello, young precious. Oh, you're interesting." She looks you over up and down. "What can I do you for, lady?"
Do you have time to answer some questions not related to your business?
"Straightforward one then, are ya? Okay."
And as I'm saying that, I'm also gonna pull out Because we got like 50 gold last time, right?
Yep, that's it. That's all we got.
All right, I'm going to pull out all of it, and I'm going to put it on the counter. And I'm going to say, we're on a very tight schedule. We need to find information
She
for our
reaches
friends.
forward and grabs your pouch of 50 gold.
What is
Well,
she?
She grabs your pouch of all of your gold. So,
I don't care about wealth.
so your money is all gone. And she says,
how much
well, I'm
cheese
happy to
that
answer
group of-
whatever questions I can for you.
We were told you are neighbors with a halfling named Kelson.
Kelson? Yeah, Kelson, yeah, he's been here once or twice before. I know lots of the business of those ladies and gentlemen around this town. Mm-hmm. But what else would you like to know?
Could we speak, all of us in private, please?
Sure, I have plenty of private rooms.
I figured. It's good to know.
And she stands up, and she moves with a bit of a limp
Gee, I wonder what.
limp gait.
Sorry.
You just
It's been
paid.
a long life.
You just paid 50 gold to get privacy with a lady.
Life must have given her a pouch.
No, I said all of us. We're all going into that room.
So she goes back behind the staircase, and there is a lavish back room with all kinds of with a large bed with many pillows. There's heart-shaped couches. There's a tub with warm water ready to be set out. There's all manner of furniture that one might utilize for resting in this
Restfully.
space. Yes. And so you are taken and ushered in there, and you all kind of find a seat, and Lady Ray sits down delicately on the foot of the bed, just kind of crosses her leg and kind of leans in. So, what else can I tell you?
Have you seen Kelson lately?
No, I haven't.
When's the last time you saw him?
A couple weeks ago, maybe. He's and he wasn't even in here. I saw him as he went into his house.
Oi, yeah, which one's his house?
Oh, it's across the way, yeah.
Have you seen him come out lately?
Well, I gotta be honest with you. It's not something I'm looking out for. I just happened to see him a couple weeks ago.
You don't see him his comings and goings much?
She's one of those.
What was that?
I was saying it would be
could
helpful
hear
if you
her.
could tell us about his schedule.
I'm sorry, I don't know his schedule. He's not a consistent client here, if you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah. When does he usually meet you? Come here.
Oh, he hasn't. Well, he's never been here for my services, but he comes here on occasion for other information gathering purposes, like you're here today.
Okay.
What was the last thing he asked you when he last stopped by? I did give you 50 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say that to her?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest with you, because you paid well. I don't want to tell you. He asked me not to say anything about it.
Okay.
But I'll tell you this. Apparently there's some other people in town who he wasn't happy with.
Might those be who?
I think we met them.
We have a letter actually
I
from the
believe they might be
captain.
the ones that took me.
A letter
That
from the captain? Listen, I see the captain a lot. What does he have to say?
My lady, all we really need to know now is if you could direct us towards his abode and we can speak with him directly.
By all means, then. He's across the street there.
I think we should head there now.
I agree, yeah.
Thank you.
That's it.
I'm out.
You paid me all this gold for those questions.
There might be more questions to follow.
Well, perhaps we could leave behind our mustachioed friend and fulfill the rest of the the payment.
I'm sure we could fill the time somehow.
Do you have any ideas?
Well, we can start with a salmon.
Oh my god.
See where things go.
Are we leaving Rubius?
Yes, we are. Oliver looks at Morthos and goes, I don't think he understands where we are.
He will soon.
We're at a fish fry. Where else
Let's
will
just
we
say
be?
his mind will be expanded by the time he leaves.
Yep. All right, let's, are you staying? We're going.
Well, it would be lovely to stay here.
All right. How much time does he have?
4.5 days.
He's gonna be so chafed.
Wait, how long am I staying here for?
It depends
I thought
on
it was
if
just
you
for
want
an hour.
quality or quantity, huh?
Oh goodness.
I say,
I-
when it comes to salmon, you want the best that there is.
Yeah.
All I ask is that it's cooked.
Yeah, you do not want like gas
June
station
for it.
sushi. That's not
Red.
that'll give you something.
Like
And,
what?
Syphilis.
Lady, thank you for your assistance. You have been kind. In the future, if you need to know, my name is Josephus Beauregard Huxley.
Well, Josephus, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Now, I want you to try something for me. Okay?
I've tried lots of
In
things.
your business,
Hmm.
perhaps we are here during the day, but I know you most likely run about 24 hours in the day, sun up to sundown, and then to sun up again. Yes? Beverages that assist in people staying awake and energized may be useful to you, yes?
Go on, I'm listening.
Well, I have brought with me a local delicacy of where I am from. It is derived from this bean here, and so I waft some scent as I walk up to her. And once it is processed and strained into a mug, which I then go ahead and do so with some little bit of magic-y, I hand her a perfectly heated cup of. This is JB's Java, and I can assure you. And I also drink some of it first, and pour another cup for her, and hand it over. All is well. I think you will be pleased, and perhaps your clients and associates may find it useful in the future.
Very good.
Where did she put the gold?
Don't even think about it.
Just wondering.
Tuck it into her.
No, you're
I'll
not.
attack you.
Put it into her pocket.
Just curious.
So,
Not bad, huh?
I wanted to extend an offer to you to think about that, sip on that for the afternoon, and perhaps we'll be back in a few days. And if you are interested, we are starting a trade business, and we would fancy you being a part of it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I rolled a 17, so I like it.
That's fantastic that you make choices based upon the roll of a dice. I would never
I
do
live my
such a
life.
thing.
Rubius looks at her.
Got it.
My lady, if it was but for just a few hours, I would stay, but I must join my friends. They need
I
me.
understand.
We'll be back.
I hope so. With a big mustache like that, that'll be a good time.
You have a lovely evening.
It's the morning, but yeah, let's go.
Well, yes, but the evening is to follow.
Maybe.
All right, so you guys head out, and as you head out, we're going to do our first giveaway of the night. So, thank you for enduring our role-playing through a little bit of
Sex ed.
a brothel. That's, always fun in a fantasy setting. And tonight, the first thing we're going to give away are those orange dice. And so if you would like to win those orange dice, or have a chance at winning those orange dice, type in exclamation point, Madam, M-A-D-I-M. Madam, M-A-D-I-M, which is spelled forwards and backwards the same way. What are those words called? I can't remember.
Not an anagram.
It's
Palindrome. Palindrome.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that is. I think.
Palindrome? I don't know.
Oh, wait, no, isn't it? Yeah.
Someone in chat who's smart can look it up and tell us. Anyway, exclamation point, Madam, M-A-D-I-M, and then we will select randomly a winner and give away those orange dice. And we will still be giving away the 2 medium minis. And I think we already got the subs necessary for the flying ray creature there. So we'll give that away too tonight. All right. So back at it. You guys are pointed across the way to a row of 3 homes. You see a tan house with red shutters that is between 2 other homes. One that is navy with blue shutters to the right, teal blue shutters to the right, and one that is kind of brown bricks facade with white shutters, and they're all one row of homes. And it's kind of well-groomed luxury homes. There's a little kind of well-sculpted shrubbery in front of each of them. And as you approach, you see that on the middle one, there is a little bit of an awning kind of over the door. And at the top of the door, you see a seagull that is perched there.
A real seagull?
Mm-hmm.
A pelican.
I look at it. Wilson? Ah! Wilson!
He flies down and kind of alights on your outstretched arm.
Hey, Wilson, shut up. There's 2 things you wanted me to send, remember? The letter back to Waterdeep to let them know that you're alive. And back to...
yes, I have prepared this letter for my operation.
Westgate? Yeah. Alright, Wilson, look at me. Bart, find him something to eat. Bart roots around and finds like a little sardine and kind of holds it out. And then Bart tries to strangle him.
No.
But no, yeah. Stop it. What?
It hisses at him.
Swans hiss. They're terrifying.
Okay. Sorry, Wilson. You know he's always trying to kill you. Can you take this to Westgate first? This is for Mr.
Holds out its right leg that has a little tube tied to it.
Puts it in there. This is for JB. Take it to his tower and his people. And this one, did you write anything?
I can, quickly. I thought you said we don't know if he's always here.
Well, I mean, he's here, so time is of the essence.
Jin is scribbling on just a piece of paper. All right, here.
Thank you. Left foot.
Left foot.
He's so smart. Puts it on there. This one...
He leans forward and looks very intently at you. Looks you up and down. Takes the note.
What are you seeing, Wilson?
Looks at you. Just flies away.
He's a good bird, yeah.
A sassy bird.
He is the sassiest. Like I said, never know when he shows up, but that was fortuitous.
This seemed to be giving June a look over. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. He's very intuitive.
Staring into her soul.
He reads people really well. Much better than me. You seem alright, though. Moving on.
You fight one seagull on a beach, and they all hate you for the rest of your life.
You have slaughtered seagulls.
Not slaughtered. Peacefully retired. Forcefully.
You used what, clove oil or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting.
You give a seagull an Alka-Seltzer one time. They never let you live it down.
June writes Alka-Seltzer down on a piece of paper.
So, as you look at the house that's in the middle, You don't know if this is Kelson's, but it certainly is in the direction that you were pointed to. There is a boar's head on the front door with tusks that come up, and those tusks kind of form into a knocker that is at the front of the door. There's 2 stories to each of these homes. There's no lights on in any of them, and the curtains are drawn closed on the center house entirely, both the second floor and the first floor. There's 1 window on the first floor, 2 windows on the second floor.
Is the street busy where we're standing?
It's not busy, but there are guards standing out front of the watchman's barracks, and there are some folks who are going about their business, none who are just milling about aimlessly, but there is, it's not busy, but there are some citizens around.
Is there... So we're looking at the front of the houses, right?
Yes.
Is there a way we can get around back?
Yep. When you go around to the back, it's actually another set of row homes that seem to be built directly up against the back of these 3.
Okay.
So there really is no back.
Okay. Well, what do you say we try to get in the front door?
Morthos just walks right up to the first one and knocks on the door.
The first one in the row?
Yep,
Or
first one in the row.
Okay. There is no response.
Goes to the second one and does the same.
Okay, the middle door.
Yep.
You knock.
I guess we'll wait for more.
There is no response.
Walks to the third one and knocks.
There is no response.
I don't think anyone that's home.
Well, it is the
Rubia
middle of the day,
shouts
yeah.
out, Killian! Can you hear me?
I think you'd want to ask for Kelson as well.
Kelson!
No response to either of those calls.
I have an idea. Can you see into this middle house?
Well, that's what I was thinking, but he did say the windows were completely closed unless there is a crack somewhere that I can see through.
It seems that they have been very intentionally buttoned up quite well. This in the central house.
Not even a peephole.
Not even a peephole.
All right. Well,
Can I shoot a peephole through the door and then have him see it?
You can.
I have another idea. He holds out his hand. Bart puts the bag of holding. He reaches in, pulls out the cape of the Montebank. Does anyone want to poof inside and just open up?
I'll do it. I'm very quiet.
Not exactly sure how it works. I've only seen it in action for a split second once. It might work that way.
So I'd like to look around to see if guards are watching 6 people standing in front of these houses.
The guards are watching you.
Ray, would you mind standing right here? I'm just gonna push her a little bit so that she's blocking the direct line of sight of me.
She contentedly moves to where you place her.
So again,
Ooh, JB! Tree arms.
Not right now, Ray. I feel as though I'm going to have to utilize my special abilities to assist in this matter so that we don't all get thrown into prison.
Okay, but later maybe?
If you're good and silent.
but breathe. Remember to breathe. Okay.
Do we know how this thing works?
Well, I think how the guys poofed and took you, they use this thing.
Yes, but do we know how it works?
Not at all. But I think you put it on, you think really hard, and you poof.
All right.
Does it
JB,
I'm not sure though.
Yes.
do you think you can put an illusion behind me as I pick the lock of the door?
That is what I thought we were going to do.
All
yes.
right. I think
Listen,
that is a much better idea.
I'm just
than
throwing out
attempting to
ideas.
Use the cape that no one has any idea how to use.
Just throwing out ideas. Yep.
Mhm.
Didn't say it was a good one.
June
And
is
also, I
slightly
wasn't gonna do it.
dismayed. June is slightly dismayed watching you put the cape back.
Why?
Well, I've already been teleported once, so thought it would be fitting to do it again.
I mean, to be fair, we don't actually know how it works.
That's fair. Maybe this one would have accidentally taken me to another party of adventurers. But we'll go with lockpicking.
Okay, so you approach tell me who's doing what?
I'm waiting for JB to put an illusion up of some sort, and then I will go attempt to pick the lock.
Okay.
Going to be interesting here.
I like the
First, Rubius. Is there any chance you want to go speak with those two guards over there real quick? Ask them about Lady...
Ask them
what
about
was her
their
name again? Your
adventures.
girlfriend.
Girlfriend?
Yeah,
Whatever you
you're gonna
mean.
be eating salmon with her later, yes? Lady Ray.
Okay.
Listen, it is not for you actually finding out about her, just for a distraction, young man.
I'll think of a way. How many are there? How many guards are there?
There are two, one on each side of the entrance to the Watchers' barracks. You approach. They see you coming. They've seen you before. You've seen them before. Say, here to see the captain again?
No.
Okay, well, what can we do for you?
I'm actually here to see you. Both of you.
All right.
I come on behalf of the beautiful Lady Ray. Have you ever sampled her salmon?
Smack across the street.
They both start laughing.
What's funny? Do you gentlemen not like fish?
They keep laughing.
Oh, man.
And you are ably
Vegans,
distracting
are we?
them. Go ahead and... Vegans.
Alright, so I will utilize a first level spell, Silent Image.
Okay.
And the image is going to be 15 foot of the porch,
Okay.
like centered on the door.
Okay, and
And so what I'm going to do is actually, as Morthos walks up there, the image is going to sort of envelop him before he walks through it, so that it's just a picture of the middle of the porch.
okay, so the image is up, and you've successfully put the video in front of the camera so that the guards just see
Mission Impossible.
the cycle of the empty hallway.
Magic.
Morthos.
24.
That lasts for what?
Up
10
to
minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. So Morthos, you go to pick the lock,
Yep.
and it click opens with a satisfying click. At the same time, a needle inserts into your hand, and you take 15 points
Whoa.
of poison damage,
Nice.
and you have disadvantage on all melee attacks until you are healed of the poison.
Sweet.
Should have thought of that.
Wow. That
Am I there? I'm standing there with them,
You're
right?
behind the image. The door is now open, however.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to
You
crack
guys
it open.
can't see we can't see what's happening.
I'm going to crack it
Maybe
open
I can, I don't know.
and just take a peer in.
You peer
No
in.
reaction.
The lights are out. There is.
Good.
I need
Paper
you
cut.
to roll a perception check, please. Just to see, so I know what you see.
17.
Okay, very good. You see the door cracked open, and you kind of peek your head in, and it opens up to a, essentially, an open concept first floor.
Hardwood.
Hardwood floors.
Interesting.
Yep.
Crown
and crown molding and baseboard to hide the
Ooh.
cuts. And there are
Is there a chair rail?
no chair rail.
Ah, this place sucks.
There are two couches set up to your left with a large overstuffed chair in the middle, kind of flanked by the couches, with a low kind of table between with a deck of cards kind of splayed out. There is a long, ornate maroon and gold runner rug that kind of goes from the door all the way through to the back of this open concept. On the right side of the room, where the door kind of opens to, there's like a rack for shoes and for coats and for things of this nature. Around the room are several paintings of panoramic vistas of mountains and hills and forests, pictures that Killian would certainly appreciate. There's a sculpture of a silver dragon in the midst of the pictures, with that perception check with what looks to be a beautiful blue gem in its mouth. The room continues as you kind of poke your head through, and you see a larger, longer table that has many kind of elaborate wing-back chairs around it. That clearly is a dining area. 2 suits of armor flank the right side of the wall. That is the same wall as the paintings and pictures. And then on the opposite wall, the wall that would be kind of to your left as you're looking in, there is a set of stairs that goes upwards. As the open concept continues further in, you see a doorway that leads into a small kitchen area. And you can just barely see from where you're standing a set of fine walnut cabinets that are inside the kitchen area. And that's what you see from the doorway.
So I'll walk back to the illusion, kind of stand on the other side and try to whisper, "I think it is good to come through."
Do I hear it?
Yep.
All right, fellas. Here's what we're gonna do. I look back at Rubius, and are they still
We're still talking.
talking about
Yeah,
it?
they're still... You're looking at them and very seriously imploring them to sample the salmon. And they just continue to laugh at you.
Tell them to... the door's open? Is the door open?
Yes, the door is open.
Open it all the way. No problems. They won't be able to see.
Alright, I'll push the door all the way open.
And I will slide silent image back to the opening of the doorway. And I say, "Follow me." And we'll walk up to the porch, and I will have the door open in the image. And I'll say, "Oh, my friend! Thanks for having us here today," as I walk into the front door.
Okay. Roll perception check.
Please.
Well, it's a 3.
You are trying your best to get these guards to be distracted, but they are just not taking the bait. And so,
Pun.
frustrated, you kind of look back, and your friends are gone.
Yes, and as we walk in, I use the illusion to close the front door.
Can I see him through the illusion on the other side?
Well, you can kind of see over the illusion to him because he's a bit in the distance. Yeah.
I cast message
Okay.
and I go, "Just walk in the house." Oh, yeah, sorry.
What did you say?
First time I've
Looking
done
at
this, I'm talking in your head. Just walk into the house.
Won't they see me?
There's an illusion in front of it. Just walk into the house.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
All right.
I shall see you later.
You go have
And
some of
Lady
that
Ray's.
salmon.
Hope you're hungry.
He walks back over behind the illusion.
I'll open the door of it as he walks up to it. Close behind him.
Give me a warning next time. Freaked me out.
People, we have about 5 or 6 minutes to explore.
I
before
should
this goes
forewarn
away.
you that when I picked the lock, I was stabbed with what I believe might have been poison.
Oh, you're
Poison.
taking that well.
Yes, well,
Let me
This
see
is
your
not-
hand.
it is not the first time. I'm kind of used to it.
I'm going to grab his hand and flip it over and see if I can
And
tell
so
what kind
you
of poison.
see incision. It's not large, but certainly large enough. And out of there, you see kind of the growing black marks of a kind of a spidery liquid, which seems to be slowly making its way up his arm. And this certainly looks like a poison that has afflicted him.
Are you seeing what's happening to your hand?
Yes, I have noticed.
He's blind.
Oh, that was insensitive.
So insensitive.
So I have, I think, proficiency with the herbalism kit. Can I, like, pull him to the side and work on making? How long does that take to make, like, an anti...
So you would have to have an anti-venom
Already
prepared.
made? Okay.
Yeah.
We might have to amputate.
Can't you do that as your class or your
I
race?
think mine is just I'm immune to poison. I can't really, like...
You can use your hands of healing.
But that,
to-
yeah, that doesn't stop the poison's effects, so that just gives
Yes, it
back
does.
the...
It would cure him of his
Oh,
poison.
would it?
Yeah.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah. It
I
would
was
take
leading
it
there.
would take one of your key points and then
Oh, well... we might have to amputate. No. I'm just kidding.
Well, we certainly can't have you slow in the middle of searching through a house. We are.
Whatever we must do, we must hurry. We do not have all day.
Let me see what I can do, and I'm gonna cast
Oliver,
Hands of Healing.
okay. And so you watch as Ray kind of closes her eyes and concentrates for a moment.
June. Ray's mimicking me in the background.
Yes, Ray is watching you and doing the exact same thing with her mouth closed the entire time, being silent. So June, as her hand glows, you put it over Morthos' left hand, and there is a brief, warm feeling in your wrist, Morthos, that kind of runs up your arm a little bit, and then subsides. And though you can't really see the color, your hand feels like it's back to normal.
That also gives him back 6 hit points.
Okay, very good.
Sweet. So, do we want to like split up, or
We must be careful. If the door was trapped, there might be more.
I would 100% agree with that. That's why someone else should go first, and I'll follow right behind.
If he uses poison, I should probably be the first to investigate items. Doesn't really bother me.
Well, first, we have to figure out if this is even the right house.
Morthos. Well, I
Where's
guess you
Bugden?
wouldn't know.
Let's look at pictures.
Is it dark?
There are no lights on in here.
How much lights come in from the windows?
I'd say it's not blackout curtain dark. There is, though the curtains are drawn, there is still some ambient light coming through the fabric.
Really?
And so it would be equivalent to like dusk type of brightness. It would be dim light, mechanically speaking.
Dim's okay.
Is it like a stack of mail or pictures that we can look at to see if we're in the right place?
There are all kinds of pictures on the wall.
Any of him or of people?
There is one. Roll an investigation check. Can't give
Can we do it as a group since we're all going to be looking around?
Yeah.
Crit.
Never mind, he's got
He's
it.
got
Never
it.
mind.
You do see one of the pictures of the hills
Got it.
does have what essentially is a hobbit home built into the hill, and there is an elderly male and female hobbit kind of with a smile in front of the home.
Do they look like what we know Kelson looks like? Sandy brown hair.
Both of their hair is grayed.
Great.
Hmm.
Well, we might be in the right spot. This is a hobbit hole. Or, a halfling hole. There. Can't say that. That's trademarked. This might be his parents or something. Could be right, yeah.
We have to see if we can find something that maybe will let us know where he is or went.
Oh, 100% agree.
I'm gonna walk towards the stairs, but I'm gonna keep my eyes open for more traps.
If he's a proper
Look
halfling,
for
they love to cook.
tripwires,
There might be something in the kitchen.
floorboard traps. I'm gonna
Okay.
look up at the ceiling and
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
my favorite.
Wolfram.
5.
There's
Oh, actually, 10.
There's nothing on the ceiling. It is a kind of a tan color, and it's just essentially spackled drywall and paint across this whole little kind of interior space here. And nothing jumps out at you as particularly nefarious looking. You do notice all the same stuff that I mentioned before. And you see the stairway which kind of goes up 4 stairs. There's a small little landing and then goes up the rest of the way about 15 stairs to the top. And then you kind of look up, but you can't see around the landing at the top where that goes.
I believe this lad must be at work right now. Should we come back after the day of labor is over, or shall I... And I start walking up the stairs. Shall I explore another floor?
I'm going to check the kitchen.
I'm going with him into the kitchen.
As you get up to the landing and you continue, as you hit the 3rd stair, it breaks under your weight. And
Insulting.
My huge amount of weight.
and the floorboards give way to a shallow recess, maybe about a foot deep, with blades that are sticking up through.
Oh!
That you impale your foot on,
No,
Oh, that's my nightmare.
I'm gonna feather fall myself
and
and grab onto the stairs. Oh, wow!
Bet you wish you had that button. Y'all called me stupid.
and you
say from the kitchen, hearing the noise.
I could hear it. I just knew.
you take 10 points of slashing damage.
There was no time to react.
Not the way that this is just like, this is more of a trap sequence. If it was a deeper gap, I would have given you free fall. But since it was essentially immediate, it's yeah.
All right. Okay. That's fine.
I did warn you.
I don't know where HP is.
All right. What
10
else you guys
points?
looking at?
I'm in the kitchen,
Okay, you move through into the kitchen.
checking for traps.
And as you move into the kitchen, you see that there are several dirty dishes in the sink, and you see that there is another doorway that leads downstairs, which is essentially right below the stairway leading up.
Does the kitchen look like anything's out of place, like something was started and it wasn't finished?
It's rather well kept.
Okay.
It's not dirty. There's just dirty dishes. Otherwise, there are cabinets that are closed. As you go and look around.
Not in the cabinets, nah.
Okay.
I do. I'm looking for honey.
Okay. You look
Need a first
around,
spell.
and
Bother.
there's cabinets with several different
Character ID.
with some flatware and some silverware, which would have a value if you
bugbear.
wanted it.
Silverware?
Silverware. There is
Can't steal from the guy.
there is essentially a kind of a cupboard with a bunch of dry goods in it, and inside you do find a jar of honey.
Okay.
And there is also an ice chest type of contraption on the floor. And you open it up, and there is some spoiled salmon.
Okay.
I take the honey, and I'm going to put it in my herbalism kit.
Okay.
What is that smell? And
There's
he
some
walks.
spoiled salmon in here.
Really?
Well, if you want to see it.
Well, yeah.
I don't think he's been here lately.
No, I would agree.
I say, are any of you not worried that there is a blade sticking out of my big toe?
Nope.
This is a little ridiculous. I come to visit a friend and all I get is this treatment.
When June heard the noise, she just kind of like rolled her eyes.
Okay. So you see the door that's closed down to the stairs into the basement. And do you continue on to the upstairs?
I shout something.
Maybe we should check for traps this time.
Not loud so the outside can hear, but loud so everyone inside can hear. Hopefully if there's a halfling in here. My friendly halfling, I am not here to take you to those dirty zents. I am not here to hurt you. We have heard rumor that you may be the target, and so if you are here, I assure you we are here to be on your side and are looking to take the zent down.
Please roll a persuasion check.
Why am I the one who said that?
With a blade in your foot.
I say it aggressively. Come on, baby.
8.
Just try not to cry.
Persuasion. 11.
16.
16.
Okay.
Come on,
You
baby.
used your dice. Please roll a perception check, all of you.
18.
18.
11.
17.
4.
Okay.
Got them killer instincts.
June and Rubius, you hear what sounds like some rattling from the suits of armor in the corner. And you look over, and it looks like they almost slump back in their positions, as if they've almost powered down.
Rubius whispers to the group.
I think the suits are alive. Do not freak out.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
No, I saw them move.
There are
Yeah,
ghosts.
sure you did.
No, I saw them move.
Yeah, all right, yeah. I think you got too good a whiff of
Be
that salmon.
silent. Everybody draw your blade.
No, Rubius.
Rubius sneaks over to the suit of armor.
Okay.
June gets her darts ready.
Oh, spirit within the armor, hear my cry. Do not harm us. We just wish to speak to you. What do you say?
June puts the darts back. Says,
The armor says nothing.
Told you, crazy.
A resilient one. What do you require from us? O suit of the armor.
I have a message from the captain, if you are here. Guess I can actually say what it is. Maybe that will help.
I finally pull my foot from the. I
The
build
captain-
up enough courage.
Very good job. The captain told me to tell you he knows how to find what you are looking for.
Roll persuasion check.
some stubborn armor.
Rubius is reaching his hand up to the visor of the armor.
11.
Okay.
And he flips open the face mask. Oh! He starts to peer inside of it. What does he see?
He sees the inside of a suit of armor.
I don't know what I was thinking. Of course it's invisible.
Yep, that's the logical conclusion there.
All right.
I'm gonna.
I kid you not, this armor moved!
I saw it, so
I'm gonna say, if we're going to save our little halfling friend, we have to find this man.
Oh yeah, I agree.
He's the only one who can help us.
Yep. So he's either upstairs or downstairs. He's not here, and there's rotting fish in the kitchen.
That's disgusting.
It would signify that he hasn't been here for some time, or he's in hiding. That's my guess.
Considering the traps, this is somewhere you don't want people breaking into.
Well, how many of these stairs do you think are broken?
If I had to guess...
I can only take it one more time.
Fine. Be healed. And you get...
Oh my.
You get a healing word.
You touched me.
You got 7 hit points back.
Nice.
Okay, very good.
I can fall twice more. I'm going to attempt it.
So you go to the top of the stairs without issue. And at the top of the stairs, there is as you turn, there's a door immediately to your left that is closed. And a little bit of a hallway with an unlit kind of wall sconce, oil lamp type of a thing. And then another door which is closed.
So 2 doors?
2 doors.
Again, I beg of you, Mr. Kelson. I am seeking word to save our friend Killian, the druid halfling, who has been captured by the Zentarum, which I have also been freed from. And so I'm going to attempt to find you now. Don't break any boards in my face or anything. Anyone want to come up with me?
Rubius runs up the...
Okay, you
Yeah.
skip over the broken stair and make your way to the top, and you see the 2 doors and maybe the 10-foot hallway and the 2 doors on either side.
I'll come along too.
Well, Rubius, perhaps I can stand over this way and you can check this door for me. You seem to be a man of multiple talents.
I could just open it with my mage tail from a distance in case there's like a trap on it again.
Oh, any chance we can put Bart in danger, I'm fine with that.
Okay,
Yes.
go to it, Bart.
Which door are you seeking to open?
Which door are we seeking to open?
Oh, there's one right in front of us.
Oh, the one right in front of us.
The one to the left, the spectral tail appears and wraps itself around the doorknob and open right up. And inside you see a bathroom.
Just the loo.
It's a halfling-sized toilet and sink with a mirror above it, and a halfling-sized bathtub. There is a window that looks out, but it is closed shut.
Does it look like it was opened recently or anything?
The curtain is drawn.
Okay.
I make my way up there too.
Anything shiny in this room?
Just the hardware of the bathtub and the toilet and the sink.
Nothing. Just a bathroom.
Is there a towel closet in there?
There is a towel rack with a towel hanging.
Rubius reaches in. Kelson, are you decent?
Not
There's
in
no
here.
response.
Yeah. Should we try the other door?
I believe that we should search every nook and cranny, so there's no reason to slow down now.
All right.
I'll be right behind you.
Okay. But have at it.
Door opens again. No issue. And inside you see a master bedroom.
All right.
So you look in. There's a bedroom with a normal humanoid would be a queen-sized bed. There are 2 windows that would look out into the street with the curtains drawn. The bed is to the left as you face the street. And at the foot of the bed is a small little chest. And then further against the other wall is a large wardrobe and chest of drawers. And next to the bed is a small table with an oil lamp and a little statue of what looks to be some sylvan creature. There are more pictures on the wall of different scenery. And Roll a perception check.
To back up, on the first floor when I was looking at pictures, there were other pictures. What was the general theme of those pictures?
Hills and mountains.
Okay. And then the one with people. 18.
18. You do notice that one of the pictures here has a red dragon on it that is sitting atop a hoard of treasure.
And did I notice the silver dragon with the blue gem on the first floor?
You did.
And do I notice the little figurine on his nightstand?
You do.
I'd like to gently walk towards that nightstand and inspect the silver creature.
Okay. You pick it up. Go ahead and roll either history or arcana check.
Not really good at either. 9.
Still small little winged creature. Maybe like a pixie or something. You look at it and you put it down. Or do you keep it in your hands?
Keep it in my hands.
Okay.
And then I turn to JB and I go, "This is weird." And I toss it to him.
Okay. JB?
Is it safe?
Is it secret? I don't know.
Is it what?
What? You asked if it's safe. And then I said, "Is it secret?" Because everyone knows that's the line that comes after the first one.
In what world do you live in?
Sometimes a fantasy world called Middle Earth.
This is certainly interesting. What creature do I know what creature this is?
Go ahead and roll a history or arcana check.
While he's doing that, I mention the silver dragon with the blue gem from down below and the picture with the red dragon over a hoard.
Okay.
29.
You know that this is a sylvan water nymph with its wings, with wings, which is odd. They don't usually have wings. And as you're looking at this and puzzling at this, you're holding it, and it's a beautiful female form that kind of has its hands out like this, and the wings are kind of out, and its eyes are kind of forward, almost like a kiss. And as you're looking at it, there is a puff of wind as you have held it for a minute, and a sleep immediately comes over you, and you fall asleep.
Does anyone catch him?
Well, that's freaking weird.
Poor little guy, I'll tuck it out.
I'm going to walk in the room and check him and see if he's okay.
He's perfectly fine. He just was put into a magical slumber.
Everyone, if we could just, please, be a little bit more careful, considering now that this is the, third trap of poison of some sort?
Bart kind of starts like slapping him in the face a little bit. Wake up. Wake up. Is he up?
Somebody put the thing in his toe again.
He is out.
Put the thing in his toe again. Okay.
Interesting. It's I got nothing for that. Well, I'm gonna go look at that picture.
I'm gonna help lay him out on the bed so at
Okay,
least his
you
neck
put him
isn't
on the
cracked.
bed.
In JB's dreams, he's dreaming of a world where he actually knows how to be an adventurer in his role in the house. Because currently he has no idea.
That's fair. That's fair. Well done with the role playing, Steve. All right. So JB is laid into the queen size bed, and what are the rest of you doing?
I'm sleeping on the bed?
Yeah, I put you there.
We put you in the bed.
I look underneath the bed. What do I see?
There is some what look to be small little chests that you can pull out if you care to.
Halfling chests?
I wish to.
Halfling-sized chests.
I wish to.
Like pectorals?
Not like
Oh,
chest of-
treasure chests.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
they're not locked. As you open them, it's clothing. So it looks to be, and these are more of a heavier, like wool. So it seems to be his winter wardrobe, which
Should
has
we
been
bring
tucked
something
away.
for Killian?
Maybe.
He might get cold in the winter.
I'm sure he's prepared for that. I'm gonna search the nightstand that had the sleep thing on.
There's no drawer in it. It was just the lamp and the statue.
Is there a closet in the room?
There's a wardrobe.
There is the wardrobe and the
Chest.
dresser drawers.
I want
I
to check.
wish
Go for it.
to go to there and open the wardrobe.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
13.
13. As you open up the wardrobe, there are several suits of clothes, all halfling size, that are hung in there. And you push them aside,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of run your fingers along, and you find what looks to be a small seam in the back of the wardrobe.
Perhaps this leads to a mystical land.
How did you know that was there?
I've seen a movie.
What's a movie?
Read a book.
Ah, I didn't know you could read.
Neither did I.
All right.
All right.
well,
Everybody, come here.
let's
Come
tell
here.
everyone. Yeah.
Look what I found.
This guy.
I don't come to you.
Wake up. All right. He pushes on it.
Nothing happens.
Oh, a stubborn one, are we?
Stabs it into the seam and starts to saw it.
As you stab it into the seam, you see that rather than it being a push or a pull, it is a slide mechanism.
What is this complicated machinery? Puts it back in his thing and slides the door open.
The door does slide open to reveal a hidden set of stairs between the house next door and this house that leads up to another door at the top of the stairs.
I knew I was a sleuth.
Oh, yeah, you're good. Mr. Marthas,
Well done.
I'm not there.
we called you in.
I'm downstairs.
Okay.
You ignored us.
Okay, well then, before we continue, Morthos, what are you doing?
I'm just staring at the dragon.
Okay,
I'd like to investigate the dragon with the gem in it.
go ahead and roll your
I
investigation.
knew it.
Did you hear the thump of JB hitting
Yeah,
the
I
floor? Just out of curiosity.
Again.
Again.
17.
17.
Unconcerned.
As you look at the gem, it sparkles and is quite beautiful to behold. And as you look and you kind of try to peer around it into it, you actually see a rune behind the gem in the top of the dragon's mouth.
Is it a rune I recognize?
Roll a Arcana check.
14.
You do not recognize it.
That's what you're doing.
But I would know that the runes are many times used to spell or trap
Yes.
the device
Oftentimes, runes are
as a security measure, per se.
typically abjuration magic
Right.
or evocation magic, or
I just
something
remember
else.
seeing birds getting blown up by runes, you know,
Sure. In the past.
in the past. All right. I will keep it a mental note of it, and I guess I'll go upstairs then.
Okay.
Only because I want to go get JB.
You go upstairs, you step over the broken step, you see the bathroom to your left, walk through the door into the
Fitting.
bedroom. You see JB asleep on the bed, and
Peacefully.
you see June kind of standing there with her arms crossed, kind of annoyed at the progress of the party. And you see Rubius hacking at the inside of a wardrobe and then remarking about the
complicated
the
mechanisms.
complication of the mechanism as you hear a door slide open.
What the hell happened here?
I have found the portal.
A portal.
He was holding this and fell asleep.
And Rubius learned how to open a closet.
Yeah, but like this is an interior door.
Orthos, come here.
Okay,
Come here, I must show you what I found.
what did you find?
You see a wardrobe in front of you.
Yes.
He dramatically opens the coat.
What is it? It's much more. There's a staircase. Shall we find where it leads?
Sure. I take my echo out and send my echo up the stairs
Okay,
in front of me.
the echo lights up this narrow space, and it goes up about 10 stairs to a door, a little landing, and then a door that's closed.
So I'll send the echo all the way up, and then I'll change places with it, just because I don't feel like taking my chances on any of the stairs.
Okay. So you go to the top landing.
Yep.
A boulder.
All right, you
Runs the other way.
Battering ram.
you switch spots with the echo, and you are at the top landing, and the door is before you. It is a plain wooden door, and there it is.
I'd like to check the door.
Go ahead and roll perception as you check for traps.
Ooh, I find nothing with a 4.
Doesn't look trapped to you,
Yikes, weird.
Oh, this is gonna hurt probably.
but it is in fact locked.
All right, well, I'm gonna attempt to unlock it.
Okay, go ahead and roll your lock picking.
An unnatural 20,
Click, opens up.
and I will crack the door open. And as I'm cracking it open, I will say, "Kelson, if you are here, we mean you no harm."
Well, if that's the case, then please come on in with your weapons down.
I come in with my arms down, just holding my cane.
And as you open the door all the way, you see a halfling that has his hood up and his cloak kind of over his shoulders, that has his feet up against the wall and is kind of rocking back in his chair. And as you enter in, the chair kind of goes back to the ceiling, and he says, "Well, who are you? Where are you from? Now, why should I trust you?"
Well, we kind of call ourselves the Shades, but don't ask why. It's a long set of words that are a pain to repeat.
I'll tell your friends down there to watch the third step.
Yeah, I think we already found it.
No.
Oh, you mean on this
every,
one?
On every
Oh,
staircase. Yeah.
On everyone. Hey,
He's definitely been up here listening to all of the traps going on.
I'm coming up the stairs now.
oh, in fact, I don't say it. Let him step on it.
No!
Okay.
No, just kidding. Just kidding. I tell him.
You thought about
Right
it,
as he's
though.
about to step on the third stair, what do you say?
Stop. Step over that one.
Goes above it.
Okay.
Okay.
Step beyond the third stair. Very
Walks
good.
up and he's in the room now.
You are in the room as well, and you see the halfling before you.
He's looking
with
over his head.
Kind of a brown, sandy hair
Like his hair.
that's kind of falling down, kind of messy and unkempt that you can see under the hood. There is a oil lamp that is lit in this room, and he is waiting for your response to his question.
Now, I know that you have no reason to trust us, but a member of our party who was also a halfling was taken, along with myself and my friend Josephus, who is now asleep in your bed.
Did he hold the statue then?
Yes.
That's what I used to put myself to sleep.
Oh.
He'll be out for 8 hours.
Oh,
See you guys
son of
next
a-
Unless you quite forcibly wake him.
Oh.
Oh,
That could
did
be
you
fun.
hear that?
Speaking of quite forcibly, I was attempting to understand the machinery of your door, and I stabbed it.
Yes, don't pay attention to that.
I ran it through. I apologize.
Intelligence.
How much
is
will
not
the
your
repairs
strong suit.
cost?
Oh, don't worry about it. We'll take care of that.
But anyway, in search of our friend, We spoke with the captain, and we actually did some work for the captain. The captain told us we should find you, and in fact gave me a message. Says that to tell you that he knows how to find what you are looking for. I do not know what that means to you, but he said it would mean something.
Are you the crew that went and investigated the broken sea?
Yes, that was us.
And then you went traipsing around in the sewers?
That is correct. That's just where I was held along with JB.
And who held you?
Well,
Your friend said the Zentarum. How do you know that?
The symbol that was on them is the symbol of the Zentarum, according to him.
Roll a persuasion check.
Did June hear that about the forceful?
This is some garbage.
He looked at you. June did not. Well, roll a perception check.
Please. Alright, hold on. 11.
You did not hear it.
By the way,
I know.
when you said Zentarum, Rubius unknowingly is touching his right arm and is tracing something. He not even thinking about it. He's just touching his arm. Staring. He's staring into space.
All right, very good.
You are the only lead that we currently have to maybe understand why they took our friend.
Well, did your friend look like me?
He did, and not only that, in the prison that I was held by these Zentarum, we found another halfling that looked very similar as well, with his throat slit.
Well, that's a shame. Well, here's the deal. The Zentarum are at war with, with my compatriots, the Night Knives.
The Night Knives.
And they're trying to cut the head off the snake, if you will, by taking me out.
So, am I to understand then that you are the leader of the Night Knives?
Well, I give direction.
It explains why your house is very well fortified.
And why I wanted to make sure that you were capable to get through it and find me before I simply gave away my position on some words. I'll tell you what, though. Let me come down and get a look at you, and we can discuss the terms of our engagement.
Fair.
So he kind of hops off of his chair and walks to the stairs and kind of hits what looks to be a little kind of depression in the wall, and a railing kind of scoots up that he just hops on and slides down.
Style.
And kind of alights and walks into the wardrobe, through the wardrobe, and sees June there with JB on the bed.
I'm checking his pulse again.
He looks at JB and he says, do you want to wake him, or shall I?
Is it possible? I've been trying to wake him for minutes now.
Right, it needs to be very rough, if you get my drift.
Oh, well,
You did not ask permission.
I'm going to look at...
Stunning strike.
He takes out a dagger and he says, I'll do it myself. If
Well,
you want."
hold on. Would cold water work, or does it have to be?
Just a little
just
pain.
Put his hand in a cup
Already.
of warm water. Do that first. Do that. Yeah.
June is
I don't have a bladder.
setting.
You didn't read the description of Vatican. We don't have bladders.
Rubius walks up to him and goes, I do this as your friend. Right in the face.
June
You
covers
take
her eyes.
1 point of bludgeoning damage and you are awakened. And your
Thank
face,
God you're back.
your face is stinging.
I say, I feel fantastic.
Well rested.
Yes.
Well, don't pick up that dragon again.
Well, it seems that there was this pixie bubble over here.
Oh, is it?
Well, that's right. It helps me with my sleep.
Who are you?
Well,
This is Kelson.
You've been asleep for 3 years. No, I'm just kidding.
I see. We've been looking for you. I suppose you already gone through.
well,
this,
you've
yes?
you've
Okay,
found
I'll
me,
let you
and
go
here
then.
I am, and I understand that you are the Shades, and I'd like to know your names individually, if I could.
Me?
Yes, you, sir.
I'm Oliver. Captain Oliver. Captain Oliver Flotsam. Or Ollie. Any of those will do.
Ollie, a pleasure.
That's Bart. Bart waves.
Hello, Bart.
Rubius Thornbury at your service.
Thank you, Rubius.
June, good health upon you.
I hope so.
My name is Josephus Beauregard Huxley.
Josephus, a pleasure.
And I am Morthos.
Morthos, well met. And you, large young lady?
She's not allowed to speak right now.
That is Dre.
She's playing the quiet game.
Yes.
You're doing really well.
I've
Breathe.
been doodling her while JB was sleeping.
Remember to breathe. She forgets that sometimes.
Well, that's interesting.
She's posing.
Are you a giant, young lady?
That she is. A young one, but a giant nonetheless.
Well, maybe we actually can do this.
Do what?
Well, the only way we're gonna end this little turf war is if we do to them what they are trying to do to me.
Cut off the head.
I know where the base is, but I don't have the men or the power to go in there charging in. But if you've already taken out their sewer base,
Yes.
and, well, you got through here lickety-split, you're clearly better than most riffraff and rabble I'm dealing with and against. Perhaps I can lead you to them and, well, we can take them out together.
So you believe that they took Killian because they thought he was you?
He's staring at you, Ollie. Where did you get that?
Get what?
And he points to the pin that Melinda gave you.
Oh, this thing? It's like patinaed and stuff. I don't know. Just a friend gave it to me like 4 years ago.
It's given to you?
Yeah.
Alright. Interesting.
Why?
So, no matter. It just caught my eye.
Okay. Puts it away again.
So, I will bet dollars to donuts, gold to garbage,
That's a new one. Haven't heard that.
that if we go to their main headquarters, then we'll find your friend.
Well, then
If
that
they
is all.
captured you, do you think they would keep you alive for very long?
Oh, they would try to get every ounce of information out of me that they could, and then I'm sure that they would end me.
Well, they definitely did know that Killian was not this gentleman here.
Right. Yeah.
They were asking me questions about Killian.
Okay.
Is
And-
there something special about him?
Well, they were wondering about his scars.
His scars?
I think
Do
that's all you said,
Do
right?
you know anything about his scars? Is there something unique about them?
But luckily, they did not torture that out of me because I had no idea.
I'm sorry for your experience, but
Are you?
I am, sir.
This is a turf war between who?
Between the Zentarum and the Night Knives.
And who are the Night Knives?
The Night Knives are an organization that deals in the underbelly of the city. But I assure you, our operations are not in dealings of murder or substance abuse or people trafficking. we simply help to facilitate some of the deals that need to be outside of the bounds of the law. In fact, as you can probably surmise, I in fact work with Captain Curtis on quite a few operations. Some things that can't be overt, if you will. I assure you my interests are for the city, and the Zentarim are trying to, well, take over.
Now, Morthos, you are somehow our moral compass.
Oh, we are in a shithole then.
Do you believe that establishing or re-establishing the status quo in this town would be more beneficial than letting the Zents overrun?
I believe that our priority is finding Killian. However, if we can help to rid the city of an organization that is attempting to overthrow it, I believe that is a worthwhile cause as well. Even if it means aligning with maybe a slightly shadier character than normal.
You're right. We will include Rubius in this organization. Yes.
What was that?
Backhanded comment.
Nothing, don't worry about it.
Alright, well, I know all I need to know. We are a team that could assist in this matter. If you know where Killian is, please tell us now.
There is a cave deep in the woods, which I will lead you to, and I will fight alongside you to take out every one of them Zentarim.
Well, I have no problem killing the Zentarim.
Like, when are they like humanoids and stuff most of the time? Like,
Well, you already took out one of the bases. You know what they are.
yeah. So when you mean killing, you mean like dead.
Dead.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Well, we can have them hold my statue and put them all to sleep if you like.
That would be preferable. And then,
I was joking.
oh,
Speaking of statues, Kelston, what would have happened if I would have picked up that dragon down in your living room? I noticed the rune that is inside.
Oh, right. That's just a rune of freezing. You'd have just taken some pretty cold magical energy.
It's a good thing I did not grab it.
Indeed. Also, the gem's worthless. It's just made to entice the those who have an eye for such things. He kind of winks at you.
How powerful is this sleeping mist?
Oh, it's powerful.
It had no effect.
From what I understand, it's effective on any medium or small creature. And as long as you hold it for a minute, it'll knock you out for 8 hours until you wrestle to sleep. Or wrestle to wake. But it's mine. I actually use it to help me sleep well, because sometimes it's, well, you've seen things in my business and it keeps you awake.
Have you tried melatonin?
I don't know what that is.
Come to think of it, neither do I.
Alright, you said you can point us, you would actually take us to this.
I will take you there. But know 2 things. 1, I don't trust you.
point 1, yep.
But 2, I trust you more than I trust the Zentarim. And I've heard of what you've done, though I've not seen it. And I do trust Captain Curtis. And so I will take you there, and I will fight alongside you, but I will not fight for you, if you understand what I'm saying.
I mean, like the enemy of my enemy is my friend or something.
Right. So just so we're clear.
And what I basically heard is you trust us more than some but less than others.
That's a optimistic way of putting it, Mr.
Oh, definitely, that's what I
Ollie.
heard. Yeah.
Right.
I think it is the best hand we have been dealt.
Mm-hmm.
We must take.
Now
Well?
I see we have some abilities that may confuse you or may distract you. Now, if you aren't willing to trust us, this may not go as well as you want it to.
I will trust you as far as I can, but I will not put my neck out for you. No hard feelings. Perhaps in the future, if we earn each other's trust mutually. But for now, if you would please indulge me in my...
But now our goals align.
Yeah.
All right, well,
How far away is this hideout?
several miles outside of town in the woods. It's gonna take us most of the day to get there.
Well, then let's make haste.
Does there happen to be a flying creature bringing death upon those around in this area?
Oh, yes, that story.
There are flying creatures out there. They've been spotted all about. There's even rumor of a dragon of some sort. But I've been cooped up here, just receiving word from my informants. I haven't been out and about for several weeks now,
Why?
because I don't want to be kidnapped and killed by the Zentaran.
How long have they been acting a fool?
They've been ramping up operations for several months now.
Oh, wow.
Right. Looking for artifacts and such.
You know, I'm looking for an artifact too.
All right. What are you looking for?
An ivory coin. You ever seen it?
Can't say that I have.
Okay, let's go get Killian.
Now, do you have a way of disguising yourself so as to not alert those who you are trying to avoid?
I can't say that I do.
Well, I don't think it matters because I believe we are all on the hit list for the Sense currently.
Yeah, probably. Because you guys killed some people and I didn't there.
Neither did I.
I killed many.
I know, yeah, it was kind of disgusting.
I did make one decay.
Yeah.
I did put that person to sleep in the sewer with the armpit thing.
Yes, you put it to sleep.
Oh, by the way,
He's still
I-
sleeping.
I happen to have broken your staircase. I do
Okay.
apologize.
Yes, I heard that, and sorry that your foot was worse the wear, but it seems that you at least can heal, so that's a good thing.
Well,
Shall we be on our way?
is there an underground passage to this cave, or shall we walk out the back door, front door, side door? Oh, we are in a different house now. Wait, no, we're not.
And do you have any healing potions in
I
your
had
inventory?
a long nap.
It'd be better for us to start off fresh and uninjured if you want a good chance of pushing them out of your territory.
Do you want to save your friend? I suggest we go now.
You couldn't grab anything on the way out.
Let us just go.
I just-
We are wasting. The more time we
Alright.
waste, the more likely it is that
I
something.
mean, we can rest along the way, but
Never mind.
every moment we waste is
One more that it could be Killian's last.
well said, Morthos.
And let's
Moment
be on.
wasted is a regret earned.
Let's be off.
Every moment I spend with you is a moment I treasure.
Mm.
I am actually touched.
Yeah. I don't want to close
Oh,
my eyes.
sorry.
So you guys
fall
make your
asleep.
way out of Kelson's
I
home
miss you, baby.
through the streets of Serloon, out the north gate,
So confused.
and follow for about 2 miles, 3 miles, 5 miles, about
Are
an
we
hour,
there yet?
along the main road,
Was you ready?
and then he leads you to
Certain
a bit of a off path,
Jeez.
which kind of goes along the river, and you are continuing forward. Before we continue on, we're going to do our next giveaway of the night.
Woo! Giveaway time.
And so if you would like to be a entry into winning we're going to give away the 2 little medium miniatures right now. That's the fiendish creature and the gnome. So if you would like to have an opportunity to win those 2 minis, then type in ! Kelsin, 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 and because we hit the subs for tonight, thank you for the gifted subs and the subscriptions. Whoever wins these 2 minis is also going to get the flying ray creature. So we're going to give away all of those minis together right now. You see the flying ray there, which is essentially a small cloaker. And if you're familiar with D&D parlance, so you get 3 minis right now. If you can chance at winning, exclamation point Kelsin, Kelsin. Go ahead and type in Kelsin. All right. So, you are continuing on. Is there any conversation that any of you wish to have amongst yourselves or with Kelsin as you have been going for about an hour and a half, 2 hours? By the way, that whole kind of time of carefully investigating the house, that took about 2 hours itself. And so it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
Just to give you kind of the range of time.
I'd like to saddle up to Kelsin.
Okay.
And I'd like to pull out the pin. And I'd like to hold it in... I'm on his right side, he's on the left. Hold it in my left hand, and I'd like to message him in his mind. And go, truth be told, I got this from a friend. Why is it important? You can respond.
Well, that's just a fancy trinket for those who know what it is. I happen to know what it is.
Well, this friend of mine gave it to me for a reason. I don't know what that is. Can you tell me what that is?
If she didn't tell you, it's probably not time yet. You should go and ask her about it, though.
How'd you know it was a she?
The way you said friend. Also, you said Melinda before, didn't you?
No.
Did I make that up?
Yep.
Read your mind.
Oh, you're good.
It's a halfling trick.
Mm.
Also, I'm the DM, bitch.
My dad logged on at that exact moment.
Fired. All right. Well, is it something I should display, or should I hide?
Oh no, you can have it out. Those who would know, and the rest be oblivious.
Okay. Pins it.
All right, very good. Any other conversations?
I say, June. I came into this group here after you had joined up in the middle of me being tortured. We have not had a chance to talk.
I have tried your coffee, though. That was divine. I've never had coffee before.
Well, you are welcome in this group no matter what skills you have. Now listen. I don't know if Morthos had a vision or a message that brought you to us, or him to you, but you must be skilled at something. What can you do? I do know that you did help heal my toe, as it was completely enveloped in blood and metal.
How is it feeling, by the way?
Oh, I'm perfectly fine.
Oh, good. For a moment I was afraid we might have to amputate. But you seem alright. Look at his face. Well, as you've astutely noticed, I enjoy healing. I enjoy mixing potions and collecting ingredients that aid in that art, but sometimes I was taught that things are beyond healing. In which case, they are not beyond ending. So, I've been quite an avid student of that passion, if you would say.
Now let me give you a hypothetical here. Let's say both of my feet fell onto piles of knives, and I also hit my head on the railing, and I lay there with blood flowing out of my toes.
But your head is alright?
That is also bleeding.
How badly?
I am unconscious. And it looks like my blue skin is turning white.
That's unusual.
What choice would you make?
Well, who's around?
Okay, I understand you completely now.
I laugh a little bit and I go, I'm only pulling on your injured toe, as the saying goes. I would probably do my utmost best to stabilize you and bring you to a healer if I could not, and if they could not stabilize you, I would see if you had any next of kin. And if you didn't have any next of kin, well, that would make it easier on notifying of any event.
I understand.
But rest assured, I would do my best to help you.
Okay, and how do you end things?
Oh, quickly.
All right then, little lady.
It's not the business of drawing out pain. If you saw a doe caught in a trap, and it was clear that there was nothing to be done for this animal, would you find it more merciful to keep it alive in agony for days against a useless fate, or would you be quick and suffering?
Agony.
Let me get this straight. A Velican who steps on some knives and hits his head on a railing is the same to you as a deer that stepped on a trap?
Someone said deer? Where?
Oh my gosh! The beast is near.
No? Alright. Carry on.
Oh, I did say deer.
Why? Are they here?
No, I just am trying to figure this one out. Remember, I was not involved in her joining, and so I'm
I thought we were speaking in hypotheticals.
Well, yes. What? That
Well-
was 4 sentences ago. Precisely 4 sentences.
Yes, but if you're
I know
discussing
exactly
a
what I said. I
hypothetical
know exactly
scenario,
what you said.
I didn't say it was you in the hypothetical scenario. I'm talking about a doe. Hypothetical one. All I'm trying to say is that if a doe that was not you was very clearly wounded beyond saving, I was raised and taught that it would be the merciful thing to not prolong one's suffering.
Oh, yeah, alright. Yep.
Okay, alright. Well, so, and who taught you this? What I'm asking is, what kind of prowess do you have for the fight to come? For I have abilities that may be able to assist you, but also may hold you back, and so I need to know where you are and where I can place some of my spells.
Well,
Please share this with me before I blow you up. Accidentally, hypothetically, in the fight in the future.
if I was greatly injured beyond saving, that would be understandable.
Please answer the question.
Well, in addition to proficiency with healing and ending if healing is not available, I am quite skilled with hand-to-hand combat, although I've been wondering myself if we run into a dragon, what use my darts will be. Although poison does tend to simplify things of complicated nature. But yes, martial arts prowess, and I am quite good with hitting things with this quarterstaff. And if they're beyond range of the quarterstaff, then I am very good with hitting them with darts.
Well, okay, I do appreciate that. Thank you.
As you're having this conversation, you are walking along the little stream, which is more like a small, kind of a robust creek. Not quite a river, but it's got some depth and flow.
Much like an inland sea.
Not quite like an inland sea.
Oh, just a really big lake.
And as you do so, what is all of your passive perception?
10.
13.
13.
13.
Oh, you're asking me a question.
Rubius is thinking about does. Still.
No one took proficiency in perception in this team?
Nope.
13.
Hopefully Killian did.
He did.
Okay, good.
That's why we gotta find him.
That's the secret motive.
Took what?
Perception as a proficiency?
I'm proficient in it. Oh. Just not an expert.
Oh no.
None of us
So,
perceived the need for
Kelson
that.
is leading the way here. Morthos, you're kind of following behind. Oliver, you are in the middle listening to everyone as June and JB are kind of having their conversation, Ray is the champion of the quiet game today, and she is doing great.
Almost like she's not here.
While Rubius, you are bringing up the rear and staring off into the creek, looking for the salmon that surely exists therein. And as you all kind of move forward, who had the highest?
There were a couple of us at 13.
At 13?
I did.
I did too.
Those who have 13, for a moment, hear a splash.
I'm going to immediately stop and listen.
Okay.
And see if I hear anything else.
And you hear something that seemed to be moving in the water more than the natural rustle and flow of the stream, kind of below the bridge.
Get off the bridge, everyone. I just heard something in the water below us.
And as
Salmon.
you say that, there is the move like lightning of a head that peeks up around the edge of the bridge. And as you look at it, you see a giant maw that is open. Its interior of its mouth is purple and red with two large
Rubius shoots a
fangs
banishing arrow at its head.
that are born. and its body is covered in bronze-ish scales that are kind of going down its elongated back. It kind of slithers up and comes out right on front of the bridge, blocking your path as this giant snake-like figure rushes towards you and takes a bite at Kelson in the surprise round.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's not me.
I already took an attack.
I can take out 2 underground groups in this fight.
And it hits him with a 24. And so the bite slashes into him.
I'm about to banish him.
And he is let's see, I need to roll.
He's just a snack, really.
You see his body begin to kind of go stiff in the bite of the beast.
Oh no.
And then he kind of pushes through it and
pushes through it. That's so brave. I love that.
He kind of fends off this toxin that's coursing through his body, and he kind of eludes the grasp of the wrapping constriction of the snake. I need everyone to roll initiative.
You got it, dude. Nice.
Yeah.
Adam, I don't know if you can pull in tighter on the bridge. All right, so 21 to 25. Okay, 16 to 20.
18.
17.
16.
Aw. So
I
orderly.
still don't have your... Sorry. I need to get that done. So you're Killian today. JB, 18, 17, 16. Oliver? 4.
11.
Rubius, 11. And someone roll for Ray? I'll roll for Ray. Ooh. Ray goes first.
Yes, right.
And JB, you were a 17?
16.
16. Okay. All right. Ray rushes up, flying into a rage, and takes a swing at the beast. She hits it as it now has disadvantage on any attacks other than against her. And she hits it for 10 points of slashing damage as her axe cuts through the metallic scales and you see purplish blood kind of splash outward as she positions herself next to Kelson. It is now Morthos, your turn, my friend.
I will use my bonus action to bring my echo out and literally stick it right next to Kelson's left side.
Okay.
And I will make my attack.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
26.
That hits.
And that is 12 damage.
12 damage, very good. As the echo punches into the hide of the beast, and the radiant, scorching heat of the blow sears through the scales, and you hear "Ah!" as the creature kind of screeches in pain under the slash and the bludgeoning hit.
And I'll use an Unleash Incarnation
Okay.
to make another one.
Go ahead and make your attack.
An 11.
That does not hit. As you have your echo punch again, this time coming in with her left hand, and it makes contact with the creature, but the scales this time resist the heat of the radiant blow. It is now June's turn.
Okay, I'm going to run up and springboard off of Ray's shoulders. And as I'm in the air, I'm going to bring out my quarterstaff with both hands and just bring this thing slamming down on its head.
Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check.
Sledgehammer. Peter Gabriel.
22.
As you vault through the air, you make your attack as you land on the other side of the beast.
Nice.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Oh no. Okay, well that's 6 damage. And then I'm gonna bonus.
Well, what did you hit
roll
it?
your attack.
You got to roll your attack.
Oh wait, didn't I just do that?
I don't know if.
Oh no, that was the acrobatics check. Oops, got ahead of myself. $14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 14 does not hit actually.
No.
As you make solid
That would've been so
contact
cool.
with its skull, but it clearly has kind of reinforced plating on its head as the kind of the spines and tendrils come off of its head. It almost has like fins coming off of its head that it is able to kind of maneuver through the water well with. Okay. It is now JB's turn.
How big is this thing?
This is a, mechanically speaking, huge creature, but in the real world, it's probably about, coiled up like that, about 15 feet off the ground. And if you had to guess, you'd probably imagine it being about 30 feet long. So it's quite a large snake.
I will back up.
Okay.
Off
How
the
far?
bridge
Off the bridge.
by about that.
Okay, very good.
And I'm just gonna throw some stuff at it.
Okay, very
Rocks
good.
and things.
Rocks.
Hold my finger and it makes a save of the intelligence barrage.
4, it fails.
Alright, it takes some psychic damage, and its next saving throw is just subtracts 1d4.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
Come on, baby! Full damage.
No whammies, no whammies.
4.
Nope.
4, okay. Takes the damage. As the psychic energy kind of coalesces around its head, and you see this purplish energy kind of glow around its eyes as it shakes its head and just immediately lashes out at Ray, who is the closest one to it. As it makes its bite attack, it is a 17, which I believe hits her, and she takes 10. I need to bring her character up. Takes 10 piercing damage, which is halved down to 5 because of her raging, and she also takes 5 poison damage as the poison ekes into her body. I need someone to, so that's 10 total damage. I need someone to make a Constitution save for me. It's +5 on the roll.
23.
23. As her body begins to stiffen, she shrugs off the effect and continues to look at the beast with rage. At the same time, the creature goes to wrap itself around Ray. And that is
Can I
a
make an
night.
opportunity attack first?
It hasn't left. Yeah,
Doesn't matter. He attacked somebody else other than me. I got Sentinel.
It didn't move.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, is that how does it work? Tell me again. I can't remember.
When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the creature.
Go ahead. Yep. Go ahead and hit it.
Yes.
She hits it with the 19. The creature hits it with the 19 as Morthos.
24.
Your echo takes another attack, seizing the moment where its attention is focused on Ray, and hits it again,
With 12
doing
damage.
doing 12
and
damage.
its speed is reduced to 0.
Okay, and it can no longer move. That's good. It
Try
can
something here.
it can still attack, but it just
Yeah,
can't
right,
move
right.
out of the
Just
space.
can't
So
move,
it hits
yeah.
Ray, and its coils begin to wrap around Ray as she gives out a as she kind of screams under the constricting weight of the crushing, bludgeoning damage, which she is able to, thankfully, resist pretty well. She only takes half of it, but she is now held fast by the creature as she is mechanically restrained. And at the end of her turn, she can try to get out. So it is now Rubius's turn.
Rubius, with his heavy crossbow, is aiming right for its eye.
Yep.
Says,
Slither no more.
and shoots his shot at it.
Okay, and you are using your. If you hit it, using.
No, I'm
your
not using the banishing. No, I
You're
would have.
not?
I would have used that if I could shoot it as soon as I saw it, but no.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you're not using
Yeah,
it.
not using
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
it. 15.
15 does not hit.
Oh,
As the
Slither for a little longer.
as the bolt clangs off of its heavy metallic plate, and you kind of go to take your next shot with your crossbow expert.
Mhm.
So you take your second shot.
That's totally what I was gonna do.
Mhm.
Okay. If it shoots it again.
Go ahead and make your attack.
All right. Well, this time it's a 27.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That is 10 damage.
Nice. As the bolt, this time you find an opening in the side of its mouth, a fleshy piece that gets jammed deep into its open maw as the poison is kind of dripping off of its fangs, and it kind of lashes its head as it tries to get the bolt out and is just angrily seeking to
No arms.
seeking to take the way out. All right, Oliver.
Ollie's gonna pull out both of his scimitars, and he's going to run up there and do like a Superman punch, but stab into
Okay.
it.
So you go up and go to stab.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make your attack.
It's a 5.
As you do so, you kind of
it's so bad.
trip a little bit and stumble, and you just jab
Wait, does
into
he have
the...
advantage because it can't move?
No, only if it's
Ugh,
restrained
okay.
do you have
Darn.
does it have advantage. So you jab the sword into the ground just in front of it.
Make eye contact. And Nick Miller back away
And back away.
towards the end of the bridge.
Okay, very good. As it goes to snap at you, but you just move too quickly. You're as quick as a cat. But bumps. And you get out of the way. All right. As Ray is restrained, she has the opportunity to either use an athletics check, a strength save or a dex save to break the grasp. She'll use strength. Someone rolls +7. Rubius,
That is going to be 7. 23.
she's able to break out of the grasp and emerge back in the spot that she was no longer constrained by the creature. That is the end of her turn. Morthos, you are up.
Again, he will use his echo to try to stab him.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
A whopping 10.
10 does not hit.
And I'll use my I'll take my offhand attack as well.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack. Well, can you do an offhand attack with your echo?
It just says that any attack I can make can be made through my echo. It's literally what it says.
Okay.
15.
15 also misses.
Then I do nothing else.
And as the echo takes those 2 attacks, Kelson takes his attacks. And the first attack is a natural 20, of course.
Woo!
And he finds an opening and jabs the dagger into the throat of the creature and runs it down the soft underbelly as the bluish, purplish blood pours forth as he hits it with his sneak attack damage, and it takes 35 points of damage.
Wow.
We weakened it for him.
Love rogues.
Yeah.
And it is
loosened it.
filleted open. And the creature immediately begins to kind of get woozy as it is just losing a ton of blood. And it is now June's turn.
It's not dead? Oh,
not dead.
Goodness. Okay. Well, I still have my quarterstaff in my hand,
Indiana
so...
Jones it.
Yeah, I'm...
You are flanking it with Kelson, so you have advantage on this attack.
Oh, yay. Okay. So I'm gonna two-handed quarterstaff.
Yep.
And go for the head.
Go for the head.
Don't speak that into existence, sir. Ooh. A natural 20.
All right. You wind up and clock it in the head as it rears back in pain as its chest cavity is flayed open. And you make solid connection, doing how much damage?
9.
9 points of damage.
Not bad.
And if it's still not dead, I will...
It's still not dead?
And if so, it's still not dead, so then I will do an unarmed strike.
Okay.
As well.
Go ahead and make your attack. As you slam the snake creature with your staff, and with your momentum, you kind of plant the staff then in the ground next to you and follow through with a kick.
Yeah, that's 18 to hit. You have to do that again, right?
You connect with the side as you hear a crunch as the bones within the creature's rib cage are crushed under your blow, doing how much damage?
9 points.
Another 9
Oh, wait,
points.
sorry. 3.
Gotta roll
Sorry,
again.
8 points.
8 points, okay?
Yeah, I did. I just rolled them both at the same time.
All right, very good. And it is kind of woozy on its
Metaphorical
tail.
legs.
Yeah, on its metaphorical legs. As JB, it's your turn.
It's still not dead.
Seeing how woozy it is and noticing the broken wheel
Healing
sitting
word.
next to the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to point my finger at it and catapult it right at the blue
Smart.
gushing chunk inside.
Okay, so
Was
you
just
point
sliced.
at the wagon wheel that's there, and you lift it up, and it shoots through the air at the creature. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Deck save.
Darius Rucker starts playing.
It can't move though.
It's an advantage because I have a disadvantage on the next save I make. Correct.
Minus a D4.
So it's that minus a D4.
Yep.
Roll the 1 on the D4, so that is a 12.
Hooray! So 3d8. Come on, baby.
Max damage.
So many dice.
Wizard. 13.
13.
Bludgeoning damage.
As the wheel slams into its open wound, you see as the spokes of the wheel smash inside of it and then poke out its back.
Yeah.
As
Ooh.
the creature kind of
Nice.
goes stiff for a moment, and then its head falls over the bridge, and then the rest of its body just kind of follows behind as it falls in a thump. And half of its body is in the rushing water, and half of its body is on the banks of this creek. It is dead.
Which half is on the banks?
The tail.
JB,
okay.
that was incredible.
Let me determine odds or evens. Which ones do you want to be on the bank and what you will be in the water? Odds or evens?
Odds.
Odds are on the bank?
Yeah.
Alright, it's a 6. Actually, that's a 9. I could play it both ways. No, it's a 9. It is on the bank. So the head is on the bank. If you wish to try to harvest some poison.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check with advantage because you are a skilled poisoner.
Are you gonna say goodbye to your grandmother before you harvest her?
Never knew her. Let's see. So that first one is an 18.
Okay.
Does it have a rattle?
And then 18 is the better one.
18. You are able, you cut out one of the glands of poison and the other you pierce through and ruin. But you are able to get one of the poison sacs intact that has the poison that you would be able, over the course of probably 3 long rests or 3 8-hour periods of intentional work, make some sort of usable poison out of it. You need to discern first the properties of it, but you could use this as a raw material to make yourself what you observe to be some sort of a paralysis poison.
Awesome. I'm gonna put that vial back in my
I'm sure.
poisoner's kit and join them back on the bridge.
Okay, the creature is dead, and Kelson is kind of breathing heavy, and Ray is hurt, but still looks at you all and then kind of is silent, hoping that you didn't hear her scream in rage.
I'm gonna go over to her and use Hands of Healing on her.
Okay, go ahead and do your healing.
I walk up to Morthos and say, I see that was a hell of a fight you just put up there.
5 points.
I think we all did quite a bit of damage to it. I think we all fought bravely and honorably.
Is there these necklaces you gave us, you said they were activated by dragons. I've never met a dragon.
Dragon's blood.
Is this a baby dragon?
Guys, can I make a check?
Go ahead and make a check.
I say either way, we should collect its blood for further research.
Yeah, maybe.
Wonder what it tastes like.
Probably rotten salmon.
I know nothing with a 3.
You know that it is not a dragon.
Not a dragon. Alright.
You don't know if it's of the draconic family lineage, but its scales somewhat resemble the scales of a bronze dragon you once met in Waterdeep, though it certainly has more serpentine characteristics than any dragon you've ever seen.
Could I attempt to try to take some of its blood anyway?
Sure. Easily enough, you take some of its blood, and it kind of numbs your hand a little bit, but it does not actually have any lasting effect on you. So you can put in there Constrictor's blood.
I'd like to take one of its scales.
Sure, you have a scale. Constrictor's scale. You continue on under Kelson's guidance for several more hours, and you arrive as the light is diminished in the sky, and you see in the distance, in the setting of the sun, the silhouette of a hill, kind of that creeps up in the midst of the forest, and you look and it looks like just a hill to you. But he tells you there's some magic about this place. There's an illusion over the entrance of a cave straight ahead. I believe that's where we'll find your friend, and that's where we'll find the leader of the Zentarum.
The leader? Oh, sorry.
Well,
the leader of the Centaur?
Your voice cracked.
That's the main base, so...
Of all the Zentarum.
in this region, in this uprising.
Okay. Oh,
I don't know who the leader is. Supposedly the leader is on the west coast in
I thought so, yeah.
Waterdeep somewhere.
It is good to confirm that. I appreciate your information.
Yes,
I'm sorry,
yes.
I got overwhelmed for a moment there.
Flustered, if you will.
Correct.
All right. Well,
So now that you told us this, the cave is visible now to us, right?
it is not. You're not quite sure what is the illusion. He's kind of given the general direction, but you'd have to interact with it or really discern it to know what is the illusion. However, that's where we're going to pick things up next week. And so we are making our way towards the conclusion of this little story arc.
A dungeon fight. Love it.
And next week we'll pick things up as you enter into the cave of the Zentarim and hopefully are able to find your missing friend. And so we thank you for joining us this evening as we got to tell the next little leg of our adventure and have some fun with some salmon and other things. And
That's got to be the title.
yeah.
Fun with salmon.
Sample the salmon. The salmon sampling. That's an episode of this title.
There was not actually any sampling of the salmon.
You didn't stay behind. Man, that was your chance. Could have really learned a lot about yourself.
So we'll pick things up there next
Could have done a
week.
lot of smashing.
Smashing.
Sorry.
Well, I'm being snapped at?
Yes. Chip Douglas asked me to ask you to see if one of our minis fits in the rings he sent.
Oh, yes. So
Ooh, what'd you do?
actually,
Chip, what'd you do?
Chip, I had this one ready to go. The paralyzed ring that you printed.
Oh, sweet.
And I wanted to use it so bad on someone.
Oh, you should have said I got paralyzed by the pixie.
Yeah, right. I don't know if you guys can see it super well, but it literally says
I can see it.
paralyzed on it. It is amazing. Chip printed these out.
Thanks,
we've
buddy.
got a
is so
ton
cool.
of different ones.
For sure.
And here we'll put it on.
For future purposes, he might be able to do the other thing we
Yep.
inquired.
So we can put it right on the minis. If I take the identification ring off, it fits perfectly.
That is so
There
cool.
you go, Chip.
You're
So-
the winner.
So Chip, these are awesome. Thank you so much. And I wanted to use it, but they made their saves.
Now you
So-
continue to win giveaways.
Yes.
Oh, was the snake gonna paralyze people?
Yeah, its poison was paralysis poison,
tried.
but yes, you killed it too quickly, and none of you used any of your special things except for June, who used a healing, so that's good. Waste some of those resources.
Oh, I'm down 2 slots.
That's true. Oh yeah, you used catapult.
Yep.
So I'll take it.
Unless
All right.
you take a short rest.
So you could take a short rest.
resources.
We'll
I mean,
pick up there next week.
Kelson kind of
And
looks
we
like
hope
rough.
to see you there as we
Rough
go
around
through
the
this
edges.
cave and perhaps find Killian. We'll see.
Alive or dead.
We'll see what happens. So we hope to see you next Tuesday night at 7:30 as we continue to loot, die, and repeat. Have a great night, everyone. Cheers.
Peace.